Atiku, highly respected person. Would you respect, and I've made this public, would you respect to him? I think he should be a hero of democracy, but I don't think he should aspire to even lead this country. I think he should be a father figure. He should be involved.
I came across a video a couple of hours ago of a northern elder, asking Atiku not to contest for 2027 election. The reason he gave is this: as much as Atiku reserve the right, to contest if he so wishes, he said, but by 2027 rather, Atiku is going to be 80 years. He should rather be a statesman, be an hero of democracy, and support Peter Obi, a younger person, more vibrant, more intelligent. You understand? So that I saw says this is I think is the leader of the northern elders. You understand? I was quite impressed when I saw this video. I said, no, I need to bring it forward. So if a northern elder, such a man, from his capacity to be, encouraging Atiku to step aside, let a younger person lead. Why on earth would a so-called intelligent and a brilliant young man in the person of care will not come out and be saying that he's supporting Atiku, this and that? Come on, this is shocking. Anyway, I'm going to deal on that tomorrow. I may likely come live tomorrow. Yes, I'll come live tomorrow to deal on that topic. Please, that of Koko proper. Please, I want you to join me and take a listen at this northern elder. As you listen, I beg you. The first you got to do as a patriotic Nigerian, you got to like this video so that Facebook and YouTube can recommend it. Please, you got to share this video. Let everyone see this video, please. Thanks and God bless you.
He vice president for 8 years. Competed 3 times, contested 3 times. President Atiku, highly respected person. Would you respect, and I've made this public, would you respect to him? I think he should be a hero of democracy, but I don't think he should aspire to even lead this country. I think he should be a father figure. He should be involved in the building of an alternative to APC, but he should bring in new blood, new perspectives, new people, and say, the future belongs to you. We will stand behind you. Amechi should do the same thing. Verify if he feels he can handle his own ego, should be part of this thing. If you are contested for vice president for presidency for 3 times and you don't get it, and you're approaching 80, for goodness sake, I mean, something should tell you that it's time to be a father. In Africa, being a father is a great thing. You decide. Literally, my gut feeling is, if Atiku would say, I will call it quits as far as aspiring to be president is concerned, but I have a condition. Maybe in consultation with a few people, who decide, set of people who step in our place. And if I do that, I want you and you and you, the key people involved in this, all of us stand down. None of us is going to contest for the presidency. We want younger people, more energetic people, healthier people. Yes. Not people who have just simply been so exposed to power they can't live outside power. If you give those people power, they're just going to be like President Tinubu's government.
Never going to vote again in Nigeria. And 1999, I didn't vote. 2003, 2007, until 2011. And I've shared this story many times. And the person who motivated me to come out, because it was a candidate, I vote candidates. I really don't vote party. Candidate I look for, and that was Nuhu Ribadu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nuhu Ribadu was the reason why. After how many years?
That's 2011.
Yeah, that's 2011.
He was flying the flag of ACN that year.
I knew he had just finished his
EFCC
thing, and the fact that he was bribed, governors were bribing, he didn't collect, but all of those things, like, yes, this is a young man, now he can motivate. I came out, I was campaigning my own little. I mean, Nuhu Ribadu is running for office today. I'm not going to vote for him. That was what he represented.
He has moved. That was very blunt.
No, it is. No. What it is. And all of that. So, and to see where we are today, that it has even worsened, it's actually a matter of concern. The electoral reform, it's needed. It's something that we needed like yesterday. And so it's something that we all need to continue to advocate for it and ensure that we get it. Is it going to be the last? Because I see a lot of people who keep saying that, but we had electoral reform before, they didn't stop anything. No, it's a living document. That's the law, constitution, the law, everything. When you make law, they're a living document. It's not static. It's not that you do it and that's the end. Politicians will change, and the kind of politicians we have in Nigeria, which is not supposed to be, because you're supposed to have people with integrity being running for office. But here, it's more likely, like you're more likely to win if you're a criminal than if you're not in Nigeria. That's the truth about it. And so what people must understand, you must keep on evolving. You must keep on looking at where are the things that are wrong, that are not working, and keep fixing them. For example, electronic transmission of result. We've seen that a lot of times, at the point where you count the result and you're taking it to the collation center, things happen. Different results are counted. You see another thing. When they're collating, it becomes something else. And so the thing is now, can you just transmit this thing directly? Technology has evolved. For crying out loud, if the way I voted in 1993, where I was being counted, somebody now wrote it down, they took it somewhere, they had to now be adding the mass together.
Yeah.
We've seen situations where professors cannot even see in the daylight. They can't see this. And adding the mass together, 30-something years, why are we still doing that? Why are you waiting from people from Borno
to come
to Abuja before you can now join the presidential? Are they using camera?
Yeah.
Are they working? So you just transmit it electronically, and it's going there real time. You're saying it. Oh, these people's own has come in. Boom. The numbers say. You just be seeing the figures. Everybody can see that. We saw what happened in South Africa, where it was even fun.
Yeah.
They had viewing centers. They could sit all around, and they
Even in
everybody
India.
Exactly. And they have population.
Yes.
India is the most populous nation
Yes.
In the whole
in the
world.
whole world.
Over
We are just
600 million
the-
registered voters.
Yeah, we are just, most populous black nation. And so they're doing this, and it could be fun. Trust Nigeria. We would turn it to fun. Oh, I'm betting. We'll be gisting, having fun about it. And the result you see.
We'll be
real time.
counting.
And at that stage, whoever wins, whether you voted the person
Or
you
not.
did not vote the person, you like the person, you did not like them, that's the mandate, and that's it. But a situation whereby someone will vote and then the election is rigged, that's a civilian coup. But we'll come to that, by the way. So electronic transmission is one of them. The other thing, there are so many other things also that come in. One, of course, is the fact that the burden of proof should be on INEC.
Yes.
Right now, the burden of proof is not on INEC. INEC conducts election. We give them humongous amounts of money. They do this election, and they just go home and be sipping coffee and tea.
Until you go to court.
Even when they go to court, they don't even bother to do anything.
Yeah.
I think they can adopt, the whatever argument of the plaintiff. They just do their thing because there's nothing on them. Even when the courts compel them to either share the results or bring out certain evidence of it, they don't do it. They're lax about it, and they get away with it. We must get to a situation that is INEC that must prove to us that the election that they said they did
was credible.
was free, fair, and credible. And free, fair, and credible election does not start on the day
Of election.
Yes.
It starts way before. If you're denying opponents from using spaces in the state, that's not free, fair, credible
That's
election.
right.
If your incumbent is using government institutions,
So,
apparatus,
exactly.
equipment,
Police,
whatever,
security
finances,
forces.
money, this thing to do their campaign, that's no
not
longer
credible.
free, fair, credible election. These are some of the things that need to be stopped. You can't be in office and then you're using either the jets. If it's a presidential, you're using presidential jet to fly. Did you pay for it?
Office
you
vehicles.
need to pay office vehicles. You need to pay for those things because your opponents are paying for them.
Yes,
and if
yes.
you aren't paying for them, they are paying for them. There's no longer free, fair, credible election. Another thing for me also is the fact that we have gotten to a place where millions of Nigerians will vote. And then some people will sit because they have wig on their head, 12 or 10, they will change our this thing. That has to stop.
I've always
We must get to a place where the judiciary will no longer have the
Power
to declare who is winner.
Yes.
What they should have the power to do is to say, let there be
Go
a
back to
recount.
elections.
Recount. First
Yeah,
of all,
recount, yeah.
there's been this, they are disputing. Oh yeah, INEC, bring all the
To save money,
ballot-
recount, yes.
Yeah, the first one is recount. We might have two options. Bring all the ballot papers. Let's sit down. Where are all the polling unit agents, the candidates, whatever? Sit down. Let's be counting. Let's share the paper. We can say, okay, this one is for this party. This is party B. This is party C. This is party. Okay, let's recount them again. From the recounting, is it still the same? You can see clearly or see the people, the thumbprint, the ballot papers are good. Everything is counted the same. Who is the winner? Is it the person you declared before? Okay, fine. Yeah, it goes. Is it not? They recount it. Or go back where the recount is not very clear, whatever. Go back and conduct a fresh election. This one that you now have, because what we have now is a corrupt politician, and right now the judiciary is the plaything of corrupt politicians in Nigeria.
Yes.
And you see people going around, it's like you shop. I will leave my village in Agbede. I will go to Birnukudu in Jigawa State to go and look for judgment, to go and file a case. That's what they do. They go all around. It's almost like entrepreneurship. So they go all around shopping for either either injunction, judgment, this, that. So that needs to stop. And what we have now are corrupt politicians. They don't even bother about election. They don't even bother about anything. All they need to do, first of all, they bribe the INEC officials, and the ones who are going to declare the result, they get the result declared in their favor, and then they simply go to court and go and bribe in the court. And then you've spent your time campaigning, you've done the right thing, people have voted for you, everything is taken away from them. And when you take away the mandate of the people, you take away the power. It's heinous. It's actually a crime against humanity because they've come out, they've stood for someone, and then you find that somebody who came forth is now coming first. Why did I go out in the first place to go and stand in that street in the sun and put my life on this? Remember, in Nigeria, when you're voting, you're not sure you're coming back home. A lot of people have gone to simply cast their vote and they never return home. I remember 2019, the first time voter, I think it was 20 or thereabout, in Kogi State, that was killed during that 2019 election. He was excited because he kept posting about it on his social media, pages. He was going to vote. This is his first time. And this boy never made it home. And then you do all of that, and then some judges will say
because I remember that story.
Yeah, so it's a boy that, for me, it touched me a lot because I remember in 1993, that
almost at the same age.
Yeah, almost the same age. I had voted also. If I was killed then, would I be here today?
All right. I wanted to ask them. Let me pick it from here. The former Honourable Minister of Sports, Honourable Solomon Dalong, was here. Is it last week or so?
Yes, last week.
And he said something, because I'm interested on the timing of this electoral reform. He said something that the institutions we have today are not capable of initiating and starting the reform. That come 2027, even though Asiwaju appoints Sheyi as the INEC chairman, that the people will prevail. But don't you think it's more imminent to start the reform now than waiting to probably use some kind of people's power to remove Sheyi or compel Sheyi, the INEC chairman, to declare the results of the people, where the people still have the prerogative to select or elect their leaders?
Electoral reform is ongoing. It's going on. People have been advocating for it, even at the National Assembly. The lawmakers, they are working on it. They're doing electoral reform. So the thing that first of all happens is this: when this electoral reform is done, which of them are they going to reform? Which of them are they going to leave as it is? Which of them are they going to put? Remember, like when we had the 2022 amended Electoral Act, that was when they had this transmission of results. But in the case, what now happened was that it wasn't made mandatory. It was left at the discretion of INEC. So now people are saying, amend that to make it mandatory. Whether INEC likes it or not, you must upload this result from the polling unit. If you don't have, leave it. Go and do the election again if there's one thing or the other. There's also, so the thing is, it's not that electoral reform is not going on, but what are they going to put in? There's also a place where, I can't remember exactly how it is, where the lawmakers had made it in such a way that they are losing out. What now happened was that if you have an office, you can't be a delegate or something like that if you're already holding office. So when they did it in 2022 election, they didn't realize that they were shortchanging themselves. So that's what also some of the things, that they want to also correct in this instance. But the all other things of, making INEC, ensuring that INEC, does not has the burden of proof, probably voting, putting all the votes together on the same day. Why do we have situation whereby I will vote for president, Senate, House of Rep today, then 2 weeks later, I'm waiting for governor,
another logistic cost.
It's 5 papers. Put it in front of
you. We'll do it one pump.
As at that time, not the one that, this person has already won, then you now put your might, you are now helping the other one.
Exactly.
On that, they let everybody be fighting
everybody
for himself.
will run it for himself.
Yes. So, if I finish voting president, put the 5 bosses.
Yes.
Presidency, who is my senator, who is my house of rep, who is my governor, who is my house of assembly. Shikena, I'm done on that day. So, those are some of the reforms people are asking for. The other one also for me that, I think for me, I take it personally, that why don't we have the pictures of the people who are running for office?
So we know them.
Put them there. I'm tired of seeing only party. Put the party, put the person's picture. So that in the community, if that person is a thief,
they will know.
They will know.
Don't be this, if you're not doggy now, don't be this thief, be this. When I can't see, they don't put thief for ballot, they will see. Because we have people, we must recognize the fact that we have a lot of people who are not educated, unfortunately. And I always say, democracy without education is a disaster.
Yeah.
If you don't have an educated populace, it's always a disaster. A professor of politics will vote one, the person waiting under the bridge, whenever you go cancel a vote now, it's not at one place. So if you allow these people, let them see who these people are, then they'll be able to say this. Another thing also is to say, for example, for me, like when you're talking about the electoral reform, you vote parties, right? We vote parties in this country because the party is the platform through which you run. And somebody gets into office, and the next thing the person says, oh, he's leaving this party, he's going to party, so party. There is freedom of association, right? No doubt about it. If you want to leave the party, leave. Go to the other party. But the position you want, you are leaving it in that party. But let the party be the ones to now choose someone to replace.
Yeah, but that's what we have, except for the exception. But in Nigeria, they convert the exception to the rule.
So, but that's the thing. Because, normally, when you are having either constitution, either acts, law, whatever it is, you're looking at it that the people who are going to work around it are people with integrity. So they end up doing the right thing. Yes. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we don't have such. So every lacuna
must be closed.
They use it to do one thing or the other. And then they'll not say that, there's a problem in the crisis in the party, because that's what the constitution says. But where there's a crisis in the party, then you can. Now, who defines crisis? So the thing is that we now have to change that to say, where there's crisis in the party and you feel you cannot stay there and solve the crisis. Leave the position. Maybe crisis is right.
Exactly.
Leave the
process. So that you can go to another place where there's no crisis.
Yes, you want to change, fine and good. Change. You've been voted in as senator, representing certain people under party A. Now you want to go to party B because party B is in power or whatever. Fine, go to party B. Leave that your senatorial position. But that party A, choose one person among you people. Let him take it there. That will stop this nonsense of people just entering there and then jumping from one place to the other. One of the things we have to understand is that, look, as much as people behave in the manner in which they behave, you need to begin to close those loopholes, tighten them. And I said, I will just round up on this. Say, if we look at the United States of America, with the coming of Trump, a lot of things that we never knew, even his first administration, we never knew were happening. We've seen them. So it depends on the kind of people that you put in. Where they are beyond laws, there are also conventions, which are guiding, guiding rules, but they are not formalized. They are not codified.
They are not laws.
They are not laws. They are not codified. They are just that everybody knows that this is just like somebody say, okay, on Friday people wear native to office. It's not a law. But you just know that on Friday shall we dress like we dress down, not this formal kind of dressing. So, but when you have someone who comes in and they will use those things against the system. So what you now have to do, you now have to start, closing those loopholes and not give them the room to be to use all of that against the state.
Okay, but you see, I wanted to talk on the reform process that is going on right now. I know there has been some advocacy from Peter Randy and Oaks Okwala. Now, but they are not. They submitted it to the Senate and the House of Rep. And now I know they are going around the geopolitical zone. Now there are not much of information about it, so that the people, in fact, I practically watched the one they were doing in Kotepene. By the second they said they were done. When the
public hearing being done by
going on. Yes, the public hearing being done by now. Now we need a lot of that advocacy in that particular area to inform the people to go to these venues, so that these things will not be, by some people, then they will come back and say, oh, this is what we have put. Okwopala told us, he said, the caveat that was put there was caused by Lawal and Ojus Okalu, saying that they don't have network in their area village and all that. And from what we gathered, when
I think it was also this person from Borno, the Senate Undume.
Okay.
They don't have electricity, right? When they talk about electricity.
Yes, electricity, exactly.